Ah, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host, A.D. Walker. Appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being a part of all that we do. Good morning, Mama McCory. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you guys for hanging out with us this morning. So it may be just me. It's been a crazy 24 hours, kind of. So I sent out the message to my brothers. I'm gonna keep it real. My topic is lightweight right now. Um, what I was trying to find out. So the lottery was at I think $1 billion. I'm trying to see. I think somebody won it, but time got away from me. I couldn't really check. Um, I know it doesn't matter unless you know the person. No, but I was just interested. I was interested. And seeing if someone won. So, okay. Apparently, the $1.58 billion was won in Florida. So, any of you Floridians may have a billionaire friend right now. What's up, Danny? Good morning, Grand Rising. Thank you for rocking with us. Make sure you share. So Florida, $1 billion was about, like I said, 250,000 after taxes. All right, let me get LB in the building. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. And one more time, good morning. Gotta do it all in triplicate.
All right, so I see you driving, so don't worry, you don't have to look at us, just as long as you can hear us. All right. So
We
starting
well,
off the
I'm
news
in.
with, go
Uh,
ahead.
no, so I'm in standstill traffic, so
Oh,
I'm I ain't moving. So
yeah,
not moving much,
not moving much.
but I got you. Eyes on the
So
road.
I was starting off with the big news about anyone that has friends, cousins, relatives in Florida. They may have a billionaire as a you know as they may be connected to a billionaire. Hold on, coming. I don't know where he's from. Straight from somewhere. Kadeem, aka Birdman, in the building. I was thinking Birdman. Is he in New
Caw,
York?
caw, caw.
What up, fellas?
I don't know where
Let
Birdman
me do the
from.
canine. Let me do the canine. There we go.
Yeah. What's going on, gentlemen?
Good morning,
What's up?
sir.
What's up, fellas?
So
And the Birdman is from New Orleans,
New
Louisiana.
Orleans. Oh,
so
the
Yes,
other
sir.
new spot. Okay.
So you ready? You ready for this? You ready for this? Ad, we was in Florida
What's up?
last week. We was in Florida
Uh
last
huh.
week, and
Uh
Mrs.
huh.
Banks, in her
Yes.
infinite wisdom,
Wisdom.
said,
Okay.
she
Uh oh.
said,
Uh oh.
we need to buy
Buy
a
a ticket.
ticket
Oh.
because usually it be these places like this down in Florida where
Right. Where
somebody
it
hit.
wins.
And I was like, yeah, we want to do it. We want to do it. And I pump fake. I pump fake. I even was. I was at a hole in the wall 7-Eleven, and and I was like, oh, I went there to get a USB cable, but I was like, I looked at the register, I was like, oh, I got cash on me. I should play the
Right.
numbers because Mrs. Banks told me to,
And you did not.
and I
And
did
you did
not.
not.
I did not. I pump fake.
I
I'm gonna
just
eat that.
I just want to say for the record, Larry Banks just gave up $1 billion. I just want to say that for the record.
Somebody
He
But
won?
left $1 billion on the table. He left a
I
billion
know I
dollars
left it
on
on
the
the
table.
table. But we
Yeah,
got two
somebody won.
dollars.
They won in Florida. Somebody in
We
Florida
got
won.
we got two
Uh,
dollars. We got $2.
We got.
I,
Wait,
I
you
got
said
the
you got.
I got the
that's
Powerball.
Okay,
We
you
got the
got two
we got the
dollars. Okay,
Powerball. Yeah,
okay.
14. We got it.
There you go. We almost there. We almost there.
close. Close.
Close. Yeah, so someone in Florida won it. Yes, sir. Yes,
at
sir.
a Publix.
And I wasn't thinking about
Yeah.
it until I was driving home last night. And I saw the sign. I was driving Lyft, and the passenger's like, "Oh snap! Somebody won it." I was like, "What you mean?" Because they pointed, and the joint was back to the regular 20 million. I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
So I thought
let you
about it
know
this morning.
straight
Like, I
up.
need to find out who won. So someone won that. So yeah, in the Floridians, we're gonna have I think Matt Genius may be coming through. He's from Florida. He may know somebody
Yeah.
that knows somebody. Hey, listen,
maybe it was Matt, and he'd be like, "You."
maybe.
Uh, I wouldn't be surprised. I ain't
Man,
mad at him.
I,
I might. I
I'm
probably wouldn't
serious.
come on this show, but it'll be a later show. Uh,
uh,
if I
and I
won.
can't make it. I can't. I'm not gonna be on this week. Maybe next week. Next week
Yeah, yeah,
after after I get my financial affairs in order.
yeah,
get,
yeah.
get this money
Where,
off
where,
me. So
where you at, Matt? Oh, I'm in Fiji. Oh, we going
yeah.
Fiji. Fiji. Okay. I wasn't
Right, you
expecting
said
Fiji.
Fiji, right? Yeah, I'm in Fiji. I'm just hanging out. What? You what?
Like,
Okay,
Uh,
all right.
must be
make it a rain on
nice.
yourself.
Must be
um,
nice.
other news that I was looking into. I may be a day late on it. Right. What he said? He said, "Does this mean Christmas is gonna be the same this year?" Yeah, no. Christmas starts
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Today.
Christmas is gonna be the same, Joe.
Uh-oh.
Hey, y'all
Uh-oh.
see my man throw a tantrum yesterday?
Who?
Trump. Who is you? That's what I'm talking about. Trump. Is
I know.
him.
I just wanted to walk right into it. Let me get
Yeah. Go ahead. Do what you gotta do, bro.
no, no. Go ahead. I'm gonna pull Matt in. It looks like he's not in Fiji. He might still be in Georgia, so he is not the Floridian that won the
Oh,
1.58 billion dollars.
oh,
Actually, no, no, no. Actually, I am. I want. I want. I just wanted to come on here formally and tell you guys that it's nice knowing you, sucker. No, I'm kidding.
uh, uh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
Nice,
yeah, yeah,
nice knowing you.
yeah. Well, I appreciate the little
oh,
joke. It's good to know that you still with middle class America.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not though. I'm not. Secretly, I won. I'm joking, but
somebody
I'm
secretly.
serious.
Okay, all right, all right, all right. I ain't mad at
Now,
you. I ain't
Listen,
mad
listen.
at
I
you.
need
If you
I
guys
need the
don't see me,
couch already.
if you guys don't see me next week, just know it's official. Just know it's official.
right? Listen,
Okay.
we was thinking if we don't see you this week, like,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
mm,
I was
No,
like,
you know, I'm gonna give it some grace. I'm gonna give it grace. I'm gonna,
right, right.
I said I was
Gotta.
gonna be here,
Everything is
so I
normal.
might as well, right?
yeah, nah, I get all my financial affairs when I'm on the road. They were like, you should do this, you should do that, and get your attorney and do all
Yeah.
this. I'm like, yeah, I don't, I'm gonna do all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get all my money first. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get all my paper. Then I'm gonna go somewhere and get my financial situation in order.
No,
Right,
man.
right.
Oh,
It's one day,
He
one day,
said, right, Jeff said, I never
one
really
day.
liked you guys. He said, when you own something, Matt.
I got you. I got you. Listen, man. When I get blessed, just know everybody getting blessed around me. Everybody,
yeah, I feel you on that, bro.
everybody. Blessings,
I feel
blessings
you
on
on
everybody.
It's just like this,
You get a
people.
blessing. You get a blessing. You get a blessing.
that. Yeah, thank
um.
you.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
So,
you very much.
in Trump news, he said he was throwing a tantrum, sir. He was throwing a tantrum.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know if y'all seen that little boy on TikTok, and he like a little meme now. They always put him out there, and Trump got on there, and I thought about that little boy, and he was like, bullshit, bullshit. Trump, Trump, Trump,
Yes.
Trump,
Yes.
you,
Yo.
Trump got on there. I was like, I died laughing when I heard it. You know that little boy I'm talking about, right?
Yes. I do. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Me and my wife laugh at that dude all the time because they've been putting it in everything.
Yeah, yeah, like if you don't believe it, it'd be like they put the little boy on there. I'm like, Man, so I thought about Trump when he said it yesterday.
Oh
You know,
man.
when he ain't got no teleprompter, he'll say anything. And
Oh man.
he was in full
He did.
Trump stride yesterday.
Wow.
Bullshit, bullshit.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Um. All right. Let's see.
I said, well, when he cursing on national TV, then you know he a little razzled. You know what I'm saying?
Did he
They up
cursed?
on this
Really?
kid. Yeah, no, I wasn't just playing with
Wow.
the little boy. He cursed it. That's what he
Oh
said.
wow. Wow.
Uh,
Wow. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah.
so so so
Interesting. Interesting.
so
To,
that's
for
what I
sure.
saw this morning to my news, and this is that whole. I'm still the new young parents. Matt, don't take it the wrong way, sir. But the new parents right here, they're doing things differently, or allowing some of them are allowing their kids, like their toddlers, to do whatever they want and think it's cute, right? They're like,
Oh.
oh, the kid goes running off, running through mud or whatever, and they're, oh, that's so cute, where they could have stopped the kid like an hour beforehand and saved an issue. But and I prefix this with this. I saw this thing on Instagram this morning, and this kid. It was the last picture he took sitting in a mound of dirt, with a mound of lime dirt, right? With the
Lime
lime with
dirt.
some
Okay.
whatever it was, lime dust, right? The kid died right after. The kid died right after,
Oh.
right?
I mean,
So,
go ahead.
but he went running into it, sat
Oh.
down in the stuff, started playing with it, and
Right.
the uncle thought it was cute and took a picture.
Right.
Minutes later, the kid
Got you.
died. I'm sorry for
Wow.
the family, but it could have been prevented if they didn't think that was cute. You
I
know
mean,
what I mean?
I get you. Um.
where were they? Where were they? And
It was,
was it in a southern? Was it in a southern state?
it wasn't in the United States. It was in another country.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, they got different rules and regulations over there. They,
Right.
they got different customs and how they live in other countries. You know what I mean? So, but do you know what country it was?
I can't remember right now. It was either New Zealand or Australia, but he was on his family's property.
Oh, oh,
So I
blonde
mean,
hair, blue eyes, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Pretty much, I would assume.
I
Yeah, oh
mean,
yeah, he
so
was.
I'll say this. I'll say this before if Matt's gonna may respond. I mean, sometimes I've felt like even now, right? I've been like super cautious with my children, maybe too overprotective. I guess that's probably the word. Um, sometimes you need to play in the dirt. Sometimes you need to kind of get out there. And my son was like attracted to dirt. Like I don't know, he just liked to dig. Like that was he did it for a while. Like he got older. He just it was just his thing. And I think sometimes you got to give your child some grace. I mean, the lime, it just was a bad judgment call by the uncle. Just like wasn't thinking about it, or sometimes we're not educated about certain things. You don't realize what may be harmful. So that was like a bad call. But I think the way I grew up, and some of us grew up so restrictive over everything, like everything.
Let's
Oh,
use the word discipline. Let's use the word discipline.
I got
Yeah.
I raised girls. Well, my daughter. Let me say that. I ain't never want her to be dirty. I ain't never want her to be playing in dirt,
I know. I
making
know.
mud
I know.
pies. What would I want you to do that? Huh? Put that down in your hands. Oh, I never want her. But like I said, I'm different because I know some folks, like you say, they'll be out there letting them. You remember the roly polies, the little insects? My
Oh
homeboy, my
yeah.
homeboy, my
Yes.
homeboy,
Yes.
my homeboy, mama, she used to keep them like when your parents do stuff, stupid
Wow.
stuff like that. It's gonna filter down
That's
to the
stupid.
kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, I call it stupid stuff. I mean, you're a grown lady and you out here playing with bugs. You know what I'm saying? So
Listen, have y'all seen those videos of the dudes frolicking? Have y'all seen that? I'm frolicking.
I made
Have
one.
y'all seen those?
Frolicking.
Frolicking,
What?
Yeah, I made
literally
one.
using the word.
I
man,
made
Huh?
one.
man said he
Oh, I think
man,
Matt did. Yeah,
I
I've seen some other guys do it. Yeah, I
I
think they
did.
fought like, yeah.
I
I
did.
frolicking.
I don't know, and
Yeah,
maybe this is
I,
being around Matt.
I,
Just that.
I
I
made one.
don't I don't I don't see Matt
Frolicking.
frolicking though.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't
Man,
see.
yeah,
I don't.
Yeah,
I
man. I
don't
I'm
see
gonna
it.
frolic.
post it.
I frolic,
Bro,
man.
man,
Southside.
send me that video,
Southside.
man.
Southside frolic.
Send
What's
it.
up?
Okay.
Nah,
Yeah.
You got
I
your
know the
own.
frolic.
Yeah, he got his
Southside.
own
South
definition.
305 frolicking. What's up, man? Let's get it.
What's up,
Oh,
King?
okay,
What's
all
up? What's
right.
up?
I had to get now.
What's
Now
frolic? Jeff, how you not know
that
what's frolicking?
that make more sense. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
yeah.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. But listen, I
Yeah.
did want to touch on what Brother Banks said earlier. That's
Okay.
important for us to just have some understanding of, where our parents were when they raised us and where we are.
Right.
You know,
Right.
my parents didn't have all the tools. I know they didn't. I know they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And in a lot of cases, they were under duress, mentally, financially,
Mm-hmm.
emotionally, and
That's
so
good.
they used to show up when crisis already. We're in the middle of crisis. I can't tell you how many times my parents found me covered with blood. Like from my head on my chin. Like, what's wrong? I'm like, So it's a different. But what I honestly took from my upbringing is that my parents had a covering over me. And people from the South, people from the Caribbean is different. When they say you're covered, that means you can fall in a beehive and you will be fine. You're gonna be just fine. And so I literally had a covering because I promise you, I should have died like 4 or 5 times in my childhood.
Ouch, ouch.
Like seriously,
Yeah.
the injuries I sustained in my childhood, ridiculous. Fell in a fire, almost drowned. Got hit in the head by silver rocks. Still got a bone stuck in my eye right here. Crazy. But the
Oh
point
God.
is, I believe that covering is still something that we have to apply. That I still apply on my
Wow.
children. So even though life will happen, they will fall, they will bump their heads, they will, things will happen in this world. But my anxiety isn't attached to their detriment. Basically, I'm not forecasting any ill to them. So, I think
Okay.
when Bank started, he's like, this shouldn't offend me. Listen, I'm from the old school too, brother. Like my understanding is
Yeah.
that my kids are covered. My kids
Yeah.
are covered
Right.
not just because I say that they are, it's because that they know that they are as well. So it's me saying it and them having that understanding as well that allows them to move a different way without being anxious about life, without being anxious about catastrophe. So when these news happen, they don't even get to me. I wouldn't even know about this if it wasn't for the brother stating this. And so it's a matter of us making sure their understanding is that you're fine. We got you, but when we don't have you, God got you, the Spirit got you, whatever you want to call it. You will always be okay. It's always for your good. So they fall, they bump their heads, these things happen, but they're always covered. So that's kind of where I am with that. As far as parenting is concerned, there is an understanding that has transferred over, and that is we're covered by the blood. Whatever blood you believe,
Covered
whatever
by the
blood you
blood. Right.
might be my own blood, but
Right.
Christ is
Right.
fine, but we're good. We're good. And I need that
Yeah.
understanding to really settle in. Like, let's not create anxiety based on something that happened a distance away from us to now
Right.
make it
Right.
general what we experience here. Our kids are fine. Our kids are covered. Somebody's grandma is praying for them. Somebody auntie is on their knees right now. Somebody mom is interceding for them. So we have to have a different type of mentality of our kids' safety. They're always fine.
There you go.
That's
All
good.
right. Cool.
That's
Cool.
good. That's good. That's good. Um, let's see. Let me come on back. All right. He said. David said, "Frolicking is fun."
It
He
is,
said
man.
it sounds a little feminine, but it's not. Oh, he said my best childhood memories could have made me right. The wildest things, the wildest things. Oh, so today I just kind of wanted, and we are on topic, um, and I think Matt just started with the end as far as the daily struggle, getting up and just trying to get over life and situation. We talked about financial trauma yesterday, um, and, and my wife's like, "Man, it's like why is everything a thing? Like the traumas, the different things that affect you." And we had the discussion, and I'm just like, I think it's just finding ways to define. Um, but I think sometimes in definition, it can become an excuse. And I'm like, yeah, it can be, but at least you have an idea of what you're dealing with, and then to me, how to deal with it. Um, so how do so we talk about getting over daily struggling, right? Like just sometimes having uh, a rough morning or a rough moment, something that kind of shakes you, gets you down. You look at your account, there's a mistake in the bank and it's in the negative, and you're like, what? You're like, what? And then they tell you, oh, we had that money back in there. We had that money back in there in 24 hours. What? Like, what? You knew it was coming. Right. It's like, I'm going to need to frolic. I got to get this off my head. I got to get out of it. It's just the little stuff that can compound. To me, I feel like that are the hiccups in life that makes things rough. You go outside to your car and it doesn't start. Like, what? And it's nothing major. It's just something small, just not working. So I wanted Matt to kind of like just getting over those humps in life. Those bumps that just, how do you? And honestly, we talk about this a lot, and I'm gonna keep talking about it. You're like pushing the rough parts of life to the side and forcing yourself to frolic. Like how do you get yourself into a better space? And just quick, what up, everybody? You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. Got my man Kaneen Curvey to the diagonal to me. Got Larry Banks, and right below me is Matt,
the genius
in the building.
Genius. Yes, sir.
He doesn't just play a therapist online. He is an actual licensed therapist. So I just, I like to add that. He said, Richard, I did put gas in the tank. It just ain't starting. I've had that moment, unfortunately. Right. Oh, look at that. That's a good one too. He said garage open, the motor goes out.
Don't wish that on me. Take that back. Back off. Back off.
Ain't the end of the world. You got the little emergency latch. It's just an inconvenience.
You gotta do it manually now, man. Old school.
Old school. Man. Lift that joke up. So
we
just kind of talk about overcoming those bumps.
Yeah, man, this is an interesting topic. Very interesting topic. I honestly believe that it has to be a state where we're getting more organized in our own thoughts. Meaning these things sometimes are a part of what is trying to call our attention to reorganize our thoughts. Like that's not the only thing happening. That's not the only thing that has happened, but yet when it does happen, we give it our full attention. We give it our mind, we give it our heart, we give it our body, we give it our energy. First person call us, we're telling them about it. So now somebody else is affected by it. You get to work, you tell them, you won't believe what happened to me, and then before you know it, it's like it really travels and not in a positive way. So I think what I mean by that is when these things happen, we have to have our own idea of what resetting is for us. Like it's not permanent. And a reset is basically trying to start your brain activity over to point you in the direction that you actually want to go in. These things will happen. You get cut off in traffic. I know people will follow that person until they exit, just to be like, you cut me off in traffic earlier. Like that's way too much energy we're giving to these moments, And so for me, a reset is finding a space where I can feel the feelings that I want to feel. And how do I want to feel? I want to feel joy. I want to feel love. I want to feel gratitude. I want to feel focused. I want to feel alert, And this is pre-frolic. This is before the frolic happens, right? I got to get my mind aligned with what makes me feel good
Yeah.
in my own body, right?
Right.
And if I don't know what that is, then shame on me. Meaning if I don't have what that idea is to get me back into a center, that means my thoughts aren't organized to know enough about what it is that I need.
Right.
I have to know what I need. I can't wait for somebody else to then intervene on my behalf to get me back there. It's my responsibility to know what those things are that will allow my mind to reset, you know?
Right.
And they're the low-hanging fruits, meaning my wife, my kids. I do have a home. I do have a car. I have clothes on my back. My hot water came on this morning, There was enough toothpaste, for me to brush my teeth.
There you go.
I got the
There you
last
go.
bit of orange juice, whatever it is. I got it. Yes, it
Let me
was
get it
just
on.
enough, right?
Just enough.
And so, honestly, there are other things to focus on. But what we've learned how to do is recycle negative thoughts, emotions, and energy.
Yes.
We've learned how to do that so well, and it's an automatic machine in us. And so we have to have disruptors. What is that one thing that you can think about that will bring you back to a neutral state, that will get you to have the clarity of mind to then start channeling your thoughts towards something that will make you feel good? And we know what those things are. It's not going to be the headlines on CNN. That's not going to make me feel good,
Right.
or listening to Stephen A. Smith yell at me for 30 minutes in the morning. That's not going to make me feel good either, But for me, I know what those things are. Connecting with nature.
Right.
Sometimes I just have to go outside of my backyard, put my foot to the ground. By the way, there's this new phenomenon called earthing, where you go outside barefoot, and it's a
And
new
you put your feet in the
phenomenon.
ground.
Yes, it's not a new phenomenon. I'm just being facetious.
It's not new.
The point is, people are discovering these things
Right.
that we would normally do. Grandma would go outside, auntie would, people of the South, people from African descent, they know how to connect to the earth. That's a part of what gets us back to feeling the feelings that we need to feel. It charges us up, so then our minds can be clear, less stressed. And then what your brain can do when you're less stressed are amazing things, are things that we don't necessarily think possible sometimes, in the process of thinking, man, my garage door ain't opening, or my car ain't start this morning. Yes, those are factual too, but what other facts about life that make you feel or make you think in a different way? Does that make sense? Does that help us get back to that neutral state first? It's gonna happen. One of the biggest things for me is I always used to lose my keys. Always losing my keys. But listen, I have a home to lose keys to, so
Right.
And so it's
That's
honestly
good.
a way of thinking that will allow your brain not to feel like it's under stress. Your heart doesn't have to be racing 1,000 miles an hour.
All the
Your
time.
lungs doesn't have to be
True.
overworking just because of a thought.
Right.
It's not even real anymore. It already happened. It's in the past, but that thought, because it keeps playing over and over, will interfere with your functioning, your daily functioning. So our job is to get back neutral, so that we can get back to a safe space, and then you can go frolic.
Today's assignment: go frolic. Jeff, get out there and frolic.
I don't think I've ever frolicked, man. I'm gonna have to get a video. I'm gonna have to Google that one and
I
see if I
sent
can
it
get
to you.
some.
I sent it to you. I texted to
Oh, you
you.
sent?
I,
Oh,
yeah, I
you
did.
texted to me
I
already?
texted to you. Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
okay.
Check it out later.
Yeah.
But listen,
All right.
all frolicking in is running outside. That's all it is.
That's
But
right.
men, specifically black adult men, don't frolic. We don't frolic.
Oh, okay.
We're too rigid. I can't frolic, man. I'm
Okay.
too.
You gotta go outside.
Okay.
It's
Like
it's
I
just
said,
it's just running outside in the grass, man. Going to the park,
Yeah.
just running.
As soon as I pull
yeah,
over,
He said
I
I'm
might pull over
frolically
on
yeah.
95.
challenged.
I should just frolic right over here on the road on
I'm
95.
frolically challenged. That's probably true. You probably got bad knees. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah,
And
He
I'm
says
on.
this
don't frolic
frolic
over
frolic
50.
Skippy. Don't
Yeah,
frolic over.
I'm not gonna say, yeah. I ain't
Okay.
scared to try it, but I gotta see what that look like first. You know what I'm
You see
saying?
what I mean? Like in your mind, you're like, I'm anti-frolic, man. I don't even know what it is, but
There you go. Racing your
Yeah.
children is frolicking.
Yeah, racing your child is frolicking, you know,
Right.
going to the playground, playing freeze tag, you know, that's
Right.
frolicking, you know.
Right.
So Matt,
Okay.
so I'm liking this going to the finding that free space to let things go, right? But in some instances, now this is me, like, you know, if something happens to me, you know, I'm like, all right, Lord, put me in a situation, Lord's gonna bring me out, and I'm just like, and like sometimes I'm like too cool in the situation. My wife is like, "How you cool about that? This is going on." I'm like, I'm not. I'm like, God's got it. You know, is that an okay approach?
Yes, it is. So
Because I'm so
I'm
laid back.
I'm gonna take the
gets
pastor
upset.
seat right now. I'm gonna take the
All right,
pastor
there we
seat right
go.
now. You either worrying or you're worshiping. Which one is it? You know, which one you gonna resign to? You're gonna resign to. Pass it around. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. You know, honestly, because the two can't coexist. When you're worrying, then you're not available to be a vessel for the Most High to
Wow.
use. You know, and so you
Wow.
and honestly, that's the, you know, the kind of religious or spiritual way of looking at it. But the scientific way is also true. When you're in an anxious state, your mental capacity is lowered. You're not going to be able to present your best self in that state. So when those things happen and you allow that state to dominate, the decisions you make that follows aren't going to be helpful for you. So I need my brain to be clear, even in the midst of a problem, to be able to create a resolution in a healthy brain. But if I'm in a state of panic or anxiety or stress,
I'm gonna make a bad decision.
yeah, I'm not gonna, you know,
make a hasty decision.
Exactly. You know,
I got to get on this block. There
you go, man. You know, let me call Tyrone real quick. Hey, man, you got that work for me, bro?
Right.
You know, so I think what the approach is when you really understand, you know, when you really understand your own connection to your higher power. Some people understand it to this. It says, and the Bible says, be anxious for nothing, right? Be anxious for nothing. And so even in the middle, one of my favorite sermons I used to preach, right, guy? I used to preach now, right? One of my favorite sermons used to be the story of Peter when he walked on water, right? That by the way, you know, is just one of the most like brave stories that I've ever heard a person would do, you know, like to see somebody doing something that you know is impossible in your reality, and then challenge your own reality to say, man, I want to do that too. That's a faith that we don't exercise. We don't believe in the impossibility. So when we see people doing or living impossible and an impossible or the way that doesn't make sense to our own understanding, we judge them. Be like, man, he probably, man, I don't even know what he's doing over there. He, you know, or they probably, you know, so we make it so far outside of our own reality that we can't join them. We can't even have the courage to ask, hey, man, can I come out there with you? Right. So Peter gets on this water. He's doing great because his eyes is fixed on the space that he wants to be in. He wants to be where Christ is. So he's walking towards him. But guess what he does in the middle of this miracle? What does he do? He takes his eye off of his destination, which we often do. We get triggered, and then before you know, we forget about the journey that we're going on towards something greater, and then we lose sight and we start sinking. The beauty of this message is that in the middle of his miracle, he needed another miracle. You know? In the middle of his miracle, he's in a miracle, bro. He's walking on water, yet he still has to call on a miracle worker to save him in his own miracle. So even when we're doing well, it's not to say that we have to lose sense of what has allowed us to get to where we are. That's when we have to even be more focused, more grateful, you know, more attuned to what it is that we would like to get to. And that requires you to be intentional about the thoughts you're having, about the emotions that you're frequenting, about the physical sensations that you're experiencing and you're not honest about. You got to be honest about those things so we can learn how to get back to that central idea of this is where I want to go. Yes, my garage door isn't opening, but do I still want to be a CEO one day? You know, do I still want to own my own company? Do I still want to have multiple streams of income? Of course. So my mind has to be well enough to then make those decisions to allow me to still be around or going towards that trajectory. That's on me. I have to learn how to do that. And if I don't know, then I may need some assistance getting there.
That's good. That's awesome, man. That was a good word. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Wait. The sermon is called "Even in the Miracle Jesus."
all right, all right. Nice, nice.
Even in the
He
miracle.
said if my critics saw me walking on water, they'd probably say because I couldn't swim.
Basically,
Oh,
right? Facts. I love that, right? Yes, you know.
said do
But the
all
thing is,
guests
for
have
but
beards?
let me. I love that one right there. The thing is, the fact that you have critics tell you the value that you have. People are watching
Right,
you, and even if they don't
Right.
want to, they're learning from your example. They're gonna
right,
criticize you. He probably can't even swim, but
right,
they also have to acknowledge that you walked on water. In the
right,
criticism, they have to acknowledge your truth. He walked on water. So
right,
yeah,
Yeah,
bring on the
yeah,
criticism. Let me
yeah.
walk on. I'll moonwalk on water. Let me do that.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
No
So
doubt,
I love it.
no doubt. Um, so a challenge was posed to you, Kadeem. Was it? Jeff said he'll frolic first if you frolic. He said if you frolic first, then he'll frolic.
Oh no, Jeff, you gotta send me a video of you frolicking out there. I gotta see what that look like for somebody over 60. What the yeah. Once you frolic, brother, then maybe I'll make a video of me frolicking.
Man, listen, man, frolic, man. I sent you the video, man. Join the
Yeah,
challenge.
join the
I'm gonna, I'm
challenge.
gonna, I'm gonna definitely take a look at it, man. Like I said, I don't think that I've ever done that before.
I think we have more issues with the word than the action.
Right,
I
right.
don't.
I think you're right.
I've, I've,
You're right. You need to
I've,
come up
I've
with a
heard
different
the
word,
word
Matt.
before. Yeah, I've heard the word before, but I never knew what it was. I always thought of it as a feminine
Thomas said we frolic. We just
See,
call it
action,
that's
something
what I'm
else.
saying. See, that's what
a
I'm saying.
feminine,
We
a,
do it.
a feminine action. That's what I always thought it was.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Like
I'm,
because
we,
I'm
the
thinking,
word frolic doesn't sound masculine.
I'm thinking
Right,
I'm
tuck
thinking
right.
when
that
I
I'm
hear
it's,
thinking
frolic.
frolic. I can't get up.
Hey, what
I
you about
see,
to do later? What you about to do later? What you about to do later? Hey,
it ain't frolic.
I'm about to go
Yo,
I'm
frolic.
about to.
I'm about to
I'm
go
about to go
frolic, son.
frolic.
Yo, son, I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah,
frolic.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
just
see,
finished frolicking.
Hey, man, pick me up, man. I'm trying to go frolicking too, man. Pick me up.
Let's go do that. Let's go do that.
yeah, yeah. But that's just something I don't use in my. It's
Why
not in my
is that?
vocabulary, so
He said the
I
word
don't
is
do it.
like saying moist.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Moist and frolic, I don't use
Oh, come on.
that often.
Come on, school them, Matt.
Uh,
School them, Matt. Something they got to get
yeah,
out of
yeah,
that. They got to get.
Hey,
Can
don't go
can we
moist
have a
frolicking
frolic
now.
Friday?
Don't go
yeah,
frolicking
yeah,
wild
Frolic,
horse.
yeah.
frolic.
Nah,
Yo,
nah, nah.
Kadeem,
Hey,
you don't
you,
Kadeem, you don't moisturize in the morning.
nah, man.
You don't moisturize.
No, I don't.
Oh, come
I
on.
don't. You know what I do in
Moisturize
the
before you
morning,
go out there
bro? You,
frolicking.
you know what I do in the morning? I put
My name
lotion
is
on.
Larry. My
I,
name is
I,
Larry. My
I
name is
don't
Larry. I can't be
moisturize.
ashy.
I put lotion on, bro. I don't
You
moisturize.
moisturize.
It's
I
just
went
oil,
out.
man.
When y'all talking about frolicking, I might go outside and play. I don't know about frolicking though. but,
You know
but you
what?
know,
Hey, I'm gonna have a shirt. I'm a Brothers of Legacy frolic T-shirt. There we go.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
okay.
Brothers of Legacy
Yeah, well,
support.
Yo, AD. Yo,
I'm
AD.
put,
Frolicking is
Yo, A-
freeing,
yo,
man.
yo,
Frolicking
AD,
is freeing.
AD. That's what the
Yeah,
new. That's what the next BOL intro gonna be. We all gonna
right.
send you videos of us frolicking.
Frolicking.
Hey, listen, I already started it, man. I
We don't
frolic,
He
just
man.
already started.
we
He
don't
already
just
Yeah,
started.
stand.
There we
We
go.
just don't stand up. We frolic.
yeah, man. Straight up. Listen,
okay.
frolicking will add years to your life, man.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
I want some years. I
you're
want
in
some
nature,
years.
you're breathing fresh air, you're moving, your heart, is getting some good,
So I don't have to be in a field of daisies or nothing like that. I can just do it on
Right on the
concrete.
lawn. Right on the
Yeah, I got
lawn.
to frolic on concrete.
I'm a
I'm just
frolic.
asking.
On
I'm a
astroturf.
frolic.
It has to be artificial. It can't be real. It has to be artificial.
Uh,
I'm going.
I
I'm
was
going to frolic and
thinking
earth at the
frolic.
same time.
There you
I'm gonna do
go, man.
frolic and earthing at the same time. How about
Man,
that?
There you go, man.
Okay. All right. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad. Hey, whatever makes you feel better, brother, I support that. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is
So
hilarious, man.
let me. Hey, Brian. I know he's like, what in the world are we talking
Yeah.
about?
He look like he just finished frolicking.
What did he say?
He said, "Look like you just finished frolicking."
Happy Wednesday,
Oh,
folks.
man.
Happy Wednesday,
Happy
Pastor.
Wednesday.
Sorry,
Happy
guys. I've
Wednesday.
been
Wonderful
running.
Wednesday.
All right.
Good to see you.
Oh, let me get him back in. All right. Oh, I thought Kaneem was going to frolic. You had got off.
Uh,
Man.
I gotta see. Matt sent me the video, so I gotta see what I gotta do first.
Hey, man, you just go outside and just have a good time, man. Just go outside.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm doing it right though. When I do my video, I need to mimic your actions. So you know what I'm saying. That way, you see this big
Do it
dude,
right.
250 pounds in the front yard frolicking. I want to make sure it's right. You know what I'm
There's no wrong way to
saying?
frolic, man. Ain't no wrong way to frolic.
What have I
Oh,
stepped
man.
into? 250 pounds. Listen, when you put 250 pounds and frolic together in the same sentence,
Hey, I'm gonna give my daughter the videotape so y'all can see what 250 pounds look like.
Yeah, man. Get it. You know what I'm saying? Get all the 250 moving. You know?
Yeah.
Get it,
Trying to
get it.
get it to stop, trying to get it to stop moving. That's gonna be the challenge.
Turn. I got to turn a little bit. Turn to the side.
Yeah, it's all good though. It's all good. Brother Brian, how you feel, brother?
I'm great, man. Good to see you guys.
Man, hey, brother Brian, you and I. Let me reverse. You and I are the only ones on this program who are happy that it is football season.
Come
And when
on,
I
you better say
say,
it. You better
hey,
say it.
and when I say I am so ready for this weekend coming up, even though it's preseason and college ain't started, I will be watching every football program I possibly can.
I'm angry because you can't really get all the games on cable TV anymore. You have to stream to see the games.
Wow.
Good.
That
Good.
that is true. That is
Good.
true. That is true.
Good.
It's highway
Uh,
robbery.
yeah, and I'm gonna try to stream as much as I can.
Speaking of
That'll be
pickleball, I was
that'll be
watching
Sunday.
a pickleball match yesterday. Got very intense. Very intense. It's pretty good. I need to check
Hey,
it
when
out.
you go out, next time you go out there and play pickleball, could you make sure you videotape that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I want
100%.
to make sure
We're
show
gonna
the
start.
people
We're gonna
what
be
what type of
organizing a
skill you
pickleball
got.
team.
So, have you played pickleball, AD?
No, I've not. I've not played
Oh,
it.
okay.
I've watched it, but I've not played it.
I
I've looked at
definitely
it.
would
It
love
looks
to see
very interesting.
video of that.
Yeah, yeah. I would agree. I would agree.
Oh man,
But
listen.
yes,
All right,
football
Don't
season
worry,
is on
don't
and
worry,
popping,
Jeff. He said
man.
I
It's
could
it's
even.
about to be exciting. I think that there's there are a number of powerhouses in the NFL this season.
See, back and forth between Trump indictment and the NFL preseason coverage. I need to get
yeah,
some other news. Y'all need to find some new news.
my
So
man
I can't
Ephraim,
keep watching.
man. Hey, we all need to get together and go and bombard Ephraim and get him. 'Cause I ain't seen my man in a minute, and I need to lay hands on him. Let's all
Like,
let's let let's see if we can get him to come out the house. That's what we need to do.
come on
'Cause
outside and
I
frolic with us. Come on outside.
I don't think he want to do that, but
We're
at
going to
least
frolic.
break.
Come on, brother.
How about break bread
He
with us?
would.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we could definitely do something. We're gonna I know uh I know
I'm
I guess
glad I
we
can
won't allowed
say
to
I
talk
have
about this,
seen
but
Ephraim in the last couple of
yeah.
weeks.
You have? Oh,
Yes,
good man.
sir.
Yes.
I ain't seen my man. I ain't seen my man. I got to check him out.
Intervention.
I
Doing
got to
frolic
check him out.
intervention.
He's not going
All
far.
right.
He's moving, but he ain't going far yet.
Right. We're gonna have a frolic fest. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So today we're talking about just overcoming the daily struggle. I mean, we kind of touched on just coming out of a bad mental space when things happen and trying to stay focused on your goals. And Pastor, you missed a sermon, what they call a sermonette, by my brother. Matt Genius.
I'll have to go back and
he
listen.
busted out a sermonette. You need to rewind and check that out.
I sure did.
We done passed the plate and everything. Benediction is coming. So he said, "Let's do it. Definitely can eat, but I'm not ready to frolic." Just
Right.
oh yeah, I forgot. He's still on the.
Still
Got
got
the
the
one
boot.
leg. Still got the one.
You got the boot.
Yeah. Gotta catch up with you, E. Show.
Well, actually, we should say he only has the boot left.
Right.
Oh, that's even better.
That's what
Yeah.
he only has the boot left. Right. He says it's just good. Right. He said,
Well, I got to go back and listen.
You need to make sure you stretch before you frolic, brother. You don't need to.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, you right about that. You right about that, man. I ain't no spring chicken no more for sure.
My body has reminded me, Doc. Believe me, I hit a flat tire.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
On the knee? That knee gave out on you?
My knee, yeah. My knee and my elbow.
Oh, man.
So,
Oh wow.
I'm on injury reserve right now, man.
Oh wow.
No bowling.
No, I'm still bowling.
Oh.
I'm
Just
hard
not running.
headed.
Just not
I'm
running.
hard headed.
Oh yeah, nah. Nah, when I'm on injury reserve, I'm on injury reserve.
Right, bowling, you push the ball. I can't pull with my left elbow. I got some stuff going on my left elbow, and I got some swelling in my right knee. So I'm just old.
Mm.
It's all
I hope I get that one day. I really hope I get that one day.
good. You know what it is.
Why?
Listen, I'm not a professional athlete or anything like that. So we're gonna take our time over here.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. There you
I
go.
tell my wife that all the time. I ain't got number one speed.
Yeah, mine.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Matt. Listen, I want to get too far away, but anything going on in you guys' world that we other than football, other than
Yeah,
football.
Montgomery.
What's up? Oh,
Oh no.
we need
Oh,
listen.
not yet.
Listen.
We're not ready yet. Oh no.
Listen.
Come on, Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I was quite entertained. By what I saw. You know what I'm saying?
A T-shirt. Y'all saw the T-shirt?
Oh yeah, I saw the T-shirt. I saw.
We
Yep.
need to stop. We need to stop. We need to. I get it.
I mean, because
We think it.
I'm looking at it in my
Already
own
getting tattoos.
context. I'm looking at it in my own context.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian.
I said, no, they're already getting tattoos. You're talking about T-shirts. People getting tattoos.
Oh yeah.
On the chair.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
I was looking at it because when I saw it, and I saw the guy. Now that I've seen all different angles, I saw the guy, the actual employee, and when the employee was talking to the guy about moving the pontoon boat, I was like, oh, okay. But when the other guy just came out of nowhere and rushed him, and then he had some accomplices to come, and they all ganged up on him, I was like, okay. But when the tide was turned, they got scared and started running away. You know what I'm saying? Like when there was, well, I think it was 6 or 7 on one.
yeah.
Y'all was all brave and bad. But when you got the whole boat, then when they dock,
Well, they
coming
outnumbered
after
you.
you.
You outnumbered.
Hey,
You
and I
you
saw,
done chose wrong. You done chose wrong.
and I saw,
You
I
thought
saw
you
one of them. I saw one of the guys jump in the water trying to get away from the ass whipping. I say, ooh. Now that what you call scared right there. But he jumped in the water.
right.
He didn't want no part of that.
And the thing is, what it does to, you're talking about the state of mind and what we're dealing with. You know, it's issues like that we're dealing with. You know, National Museum. the jokes are absolutely hilarious.
Oh, you know, oh man.
But you think about the climate, the current climate. Like we can talk about the incident and the jokes and all of that, but when you consider the climate that we're operating in, right, and the liberties that people are taking, and what's driving the liberties that people are taking, that's what it is. When you think about the multiple narratives that are out there, right? When you think about how this would sound if the roles were reversed, right? Imagine.
Oh, if the roles were reversed, they'd killed all them Negroes.
Right. And what's amazing is when you consider the description, you know, they call it a brawl.
Right.
Had that been a black man jumping at a white man, it would
multiple black men.
No, I'm talking about in the very beginning when the first punch was thrown.
Oh, okay.
Right. It would have been called something else if that pontoon boat had been owned by another nationality. It would have been called unruly group of such and such attacks innocent employee. But because it is the way that it is today, it was called a brawl. That was not a brawl. That was an attack on an employee who should be considered a victim.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So
no doubt.
It's amazing how the narrative is controlled through the national media and how it's titled. And had it been anybody else, it would have been called something else. Imagine it would have been called a rescue if that riverboat had another type of group of people coming to rescue one of their own. It would have been called a rescue.
I was just thinking about Good Samaritan.
Right. Good Samaritans come to the aid of victimized employee. That's the part that people are missing. You know, right now, and what's so amazing is the mayor of Montgomery has to be so careful with his language, with his conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, he black.
He has to make sure that he sounds balanced, right? He has to work so hard to sound balanced and to keep it driven by law enforcement. Right. To watch him try and control his words when you listen and watch him talk that's the amazing part, the level of constraint. Because you can tell the man is hot under the collar and he wants to be a spectator just talking about what happened, but he has to be a mayor and remain balanced, as off balanced as this act was.
And you got to bring the stigma and the history of the state of Alabama. You know what I'm saying? All that goes into play.
Right.
All that goes into play.
Mm-hmm. You go back to the song by Jason Aldean, "Don't Try That in a Small Town." You think about the number of people. You think about the aftermath of all of this. So how many opportunities are there going to be in small towns for some get back to try to make sure we outnumber them? Let's win this one since we didn't win that one. You know, I don't know what this would trigger. Right. So when you talk about, what's on your mind, that's the kind of stuff that I'm thinking about. What will the aftermath of all of this be? That's a conversation.
Somebody gonna get convicted of something. And I know when the dude that had that chef, I know they finna go after him.
Yeah,
for hitting that lady. Hitting that lady.
That's assault with a.
That's assault. Yeah.
Yeah, when he hit that lady with that chef. Because the lady wasn't coming. The lady wasn't coming. She was on the ground on her butt. Yeah. And got hit with that chair.
Yeah. Oh, he hit two ladies. He hit two ladies.
About to get there.
But the other one was standing up though, so I can see that. But the one that was already down on the ground, wow. Yeah, it wasn't no play here too, boy. She grabbed her head quick.
I'm just glad that young man made it across that water, because
Right.
You try to swim in clothes, and he still had his shoes on. By the time he got out of the water, one of the shoes was gone. And the thing is, shoes will pull you under. That was a strong young man swimming in that water.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the time he reached the other side, he had nothing left.
I give it to him though. He was dedicated to help.
Yeah.
He was dedicated to help. So you know what I'm saying. I guarantee you what he will be remembered. I got a feeling he gonna be on all kind of talk shows. They're gonna be wondering what's going through your mind. He gonna have a circuit of interviews for a while, for at least another week or so.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's where my head is. The climate of America.
Everything.
That's where my head is.
Oh yeah.
That's what's on my mind. Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
We go frolicking.
Thank you. We go frolic.
There it is.
Let's frolic.
Yeah.
Go frolic.
Just make sure you're not frolicking in a sundown town.
I know.
I ain't even mad at you, Matt. I ain't even mad at you.
Wow.
I ain't even mad at you, bro.
Right. Instagram with 1 million plus followers, right?
Yeah, that's where he's going. Instagram with 1 million followers.
Right.
Let's get this kid a scholarship, man. Get him a scholarship or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because I heard he was a teenager. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's a youngster.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was his age, I was swimming like a black rockfish. So
Yes, Jeff. Swimming with shoes on is like putting a couple of bricks on your feet.
I was thinking.
Right, because it's soaking up. Yeah, it's hard.
The water gets trapped. Yeah.
I was 16.
Yeah, only a
Right, there you go.
16-year-old could have made that swim.
Yeah.
That's it.
Probably.
How many of y'all was able to swim at 16?
Not across no. not
Oh
like
no, I was definitely a swimmer. Oh yeah, no, I was out there. I was out there.
Oh yeah, that's right. None of y'all from the hood. Thomas, where you at, Thomas?
No. Man, hey, I learned. That's how I learned how to swim in the hood.
Yeah,
YMCA
for us, man. We grew up in the YMCA.
Just concrete.
It was a Red Cross. Red Cross for us. It was a Red Cross for us.
We ain't had no Red Cross.
Yeah, we had the YMCA.
See,
You from the hood. You weren't from the country.
The YMCA, I didn't know that was the real thing. I thought it was just a song. They
got that song from. Oh yeah.
We had a big YMCA, big old swimming pool,
man.
Olympic swimming pool. Had like 8 basketball courts. Had an indoor track.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a real place either, Larry. Till I got old, I was like, "Oh, YMCA is a real place."
Yeah.
And they probably had some in the city. I just ain't never seen
it. We had a whole summer camp program at the YMCA. We went to the YMCA every day in the summer.
15-foot boards. Yes,
yep.
Thomas, me too.
Yep. But we didn't have 15-foot diving boards, but we did have I think it was about a 10-foot diving board.
Yeah. Now I wasn't diving. I was.
We did it all, man. We did it all.
I could swim.
Yeah.
I couldn't dive. I could swim. All right.
Hey, gentlemen, I got to jump.
All right, Matt's about to frolic out of here. Kaneem is frolicking out of here.
Yeah, y'all have a good one, man.
Listen, today's lesson is frolic. Today's word is frolic.
Go get some.
Go get some. Go frolic.
Yes,
everybody.
Sir.
This is Frolicking Wednesday. Frolicking Wednesday.
There we go.
All right, fellas.
All right. So listen, we appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for rocking with us. 988, you or someone you love is having a mental health crisis. Make sure you dial 988. Oh, Matt Genius has a new song out. Yeah, I think it's his newest song. Make sure you check him out.
Is that Matt Genius doing the promo for his song, AD? Is that him in the promo for his song?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right. Moisturize before you frolic. Moisturize before you frolic.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you, Mama Corey. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel. Be safe, make good choices. I said 988. Know that we love you. Jesus loves you better. And Jeff, I'm gonna find a video that shows that shows the beginning, so you can see exactly what happened and how it went down. Because we could have went into it. I don't want to tell the whole story of how it started. I mean, it's pretty simple, but watch the video. We got enough TikTok narrators that pretty much will point everything out to you. So, so we look forward to seeing you. Said greasy. It's a greasy frolic. Why you just make things worse, Jeff? We're trying to. you just gonna just make it that. All right. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Know that we love you. Jesus loves you better. Stay safe. Stay connected. And we'll see you in the AM. Peace out.